Welcome to the News at Noon for this April 6th. It's week 14. I'm Tom, your enthusiastic host for the News at Noon. And this week, when we talk about you and your Park Lane business, it's all in your network magazine. Make sure to download that. We're into Greece. Those qualifiers are still getting double-double. We're going to recognize another winner. Top performance weeks are coming at the end of this month. The last two commission weeks in the month of April are top performance weeks. And in these big weeks, there's something in it for everybody. First, there's something in it for you. Sell this level and get 150 in jewelry. Sell this level and get an extra 100 for a total of 250. Sell this level, get $500 in jewelry. You have a team goal. Those will be going out first of next week. You have a one recruit goal. And you recognize our most overachievers, which internationally we always have a lot. Now, there's great things in store for your customers. With a $30 order, they can purchase the Tiffany or the Selena earrings, which are hugely popular. During top performance weeks, when they have a $300 net show with one booking, they get a 3-booking gift ring of their choice. Have you posted this on social media or at least printed it so you can show people what they can get with a show? And with 7 orders, the Impressions bracelet still continues to be an amazing hostess bonus. When you put all these things together, there is never a better time than now in April. We're headed into the spring or the fall, depending on what side of the equator you're on, and it really is a time where things really start hopping. Now, there's another amazing tool that was introduced at convention called Style Sheets. Now, these style sheets are downloadable. You can download and print them and laminate them. But Jennifer Bond, a sales VP from Texas here in the U.S., had great training at convention about how she uses those. Additionally, if you posted a great picture on Instagram, there's a special contest for every country, and you can win a $250 gift card for doing that. Hey, for all of you who love the bonus bling, and these are awards for our new fashion directors who qualify, do 5 shows or 10 shows. April is the final month for that. That gave them a set of jewelry at a great offer. Usually when we stop one thing, that means something else may be around the corner. But bonus bling, if you're a brand new fashion director who's just starting, take advantage of it in April while we still have it. It's awesome. You've got the great customer bonus buy special still available. They can get an item when they order over $70, up to $100, or an item between $100 and $200 for an amazing deal. During top performance weeks in the whole month of April, you have BOGO, buy one, get one free on hostess-only items with a 500 net show and one booking. Now, hostesses love this, especially when you consider now it's half price on hostess items. So fabulous incentives for hostesses. Again, impression bracelet with 7 in attendance. You've got great things in store for you for April with 2,000 or more in sales. Remember, internationally, it's always 2,000 in sales. There was a slight misprint in the network magazine that's been corrected if you download the new version. It had 2,500. International, we're 2,000. And we're really happy about that, especially when you look at the gelato bracelet and earrings this month and the incredible necklace next month. Ultraviolet, a special bonus buy for hostesses with a 300 or higher net show, is still available. And that is not a qualifying show. $300 is what it takes to have a qualifying show and to be eligible to earn hostess incentives. That's great for you. You get a raise. You get $50 more guaranteed that you get commission on with the $300 now qualified show. A lot of this stuff that you hear about and training on all this comes from convention. It still remains really the best investment you can make in your business. I did have to do for a company I work for the board of directors, I had to justify why convention was important. And so what we did was take 50 people who went and 50 people who didn't go and measured what they did in the 6 months after convention. And it was incredibly insightful. And that board of directors that I had to present to was a board that was a company, Elon Musk, real rich guy, was on. So it was really eye-opening for everybody there. There is nothing you can do that's a better investment in your business than to go to convention, because what's there, we're here in Orlando this year. You can still register. Those of you promoting or in designer bags, I just saw a list of people who are qualifying for those. It's so exciting. And we're in April. We have all finished the first commission week in April. Europe, you've got 5 weeks. Everyone else, every other market, you've got 4 weeks. And remember, those last two weeks are top performance weeks. And that takes us into this week's 6-second shout out. We've got almost 96%. She's just got a couple, 1,500 that has to go in. And that is Carrie Chamus from Grande Prairie, Alberta, up about halfway in the province of Alberta in Canada. You may look and say, he seems to do the same people on 6-second shout out. Not really. You earn your way onto this. And over the last, about 8 weeks, we've been recognizing top people at convention. Now we're going into qualifiers. And amazingly enough, some of the top people tend to continue to be the top people. Why do they do that? Well, you could always ask Carrie. Last week we highlighted Stephanie. But we're going to highlight that and bring to a close in our training minute about what you can do to really be more effective in your business. But Carrie, congratulations. She's got lots of stuff going on in life, but continues to be a superstar. Shout out to Carrie Chamus in Canada for this week's 6-second shout out. And it takes us to our 1-minute training. We've been doing a 4-week series. This is the last week on time management. And, this is something that they don't teach in school enough, how to really manage your time. The goal is to make you more effective and less efficient just getting things done, and to build your self-esteem, because shaky self-esteem, when we don't feel confident, this thing feels like it weighs 100 pounds. We just won't pick it up. When we have shaky self-esteem, that's because we've had wasted time and increased stress. And my goal is to never have that happen with you, for you to be more like a cruise ship and less like a rowboat being tossed around in the ocean. Now, we talked week 2, I think, about the 80-20 rule. It's called the Pareto principle. And the 20% of what you do gets 80% of your results. And we really talked about the priority matrix. That's what this is called. About things that are urgent, not urgent, and that are important, and then not important. And then really being able to figure out what those were is important to being more effective. We talked about your prime time, and that's when you feel best. That is no set time. You are you. That's what makes you so unique. And during your prime time, you recruit and you book and you do mentoring. And during your down times, you do those other things. And the goal is really just for us to be more effective and stop wasting time. Now, it all comes down to a to-do list. And here are the 4 sources where items from your to-do list come. Here are the core beliefs that you have to have about a to-do list. You can't do everything yourself. You're going to have to delegate it. Things that take your personality or what you need to do, and you can't do everything properly. And we bring to a close by really looking at just a tool, a real easy tool you can use. Your daily plan should comprise things you do for your business and things you do personal, or if you have another job. And that as you do those things you have to do, then you look at the times a day that you have to do them. Some of them are schedule imposed, so they have to be done at a certain time. But in the end, your to-do list, which a copy of this is attached with the email you receive with our News at Noon, your to-do list should have a description of the task, urgent or important priority, is a quadrant 1 or quadrant 2 item, and the time estimate that it'll take. So I do not ask you to do anything I don't do myself. I ask you to do shows, and I do shows myself. To recruit, and I do the same thing. I write down my general list, and then I take and I prioritize it, and I put it on there so I know the things that are important that I have to get done. It is the only way I've ever found, and I know I'm an old timer. If you're a millennial, you go, I do it on my phone. It doesn't work the same way. It really, just taking a second, writing it down and prioritizing it can truly make you more effective. Listen, it's how the best get all that stuff done. And if it is to be, it is up to me. Thanks for watching this week's News at Noon.